Yeah! Yeah! We out of here, right? Free to go. Told you, fat bitch. Told you. Shut the fuck up. You gonna be on YouTube. I know you can't wait to see your motherfucking ass. Yeah!
Arrested.
How you gonna arrest me? What crime?
Disorderly conduct.
I didn't do nothing.
You're over here.
I didn't do nothing.
You're arguing with me.
I'm allowed to talk.
Okay, go over there.
I'm allowed to talk.
Go over there and talk.
I don't gotta go nowhere.
Yeah, you do.
I didn't commit no crime.
Imagine being held against your will, not by police, but by private security guards who refuse to let you leave. Now add law enforcement officers into the mix, demanding your ID without probable cause, acting as if your rights are merely suggestions. In today's video, a man finds himself trapped in this exact situation, but instead of complying blindly, he stands his ground, knowing full well that Michigan is not a stop and ID state. With the police pressing for identification and security refusing to let him go, will he make it out with his rights intact, or will the system overpower him? Stay tuned to find out.
It'll be sent to him. It's gonna go every friggin' where I can think of. I can guarantee you that, because you're gonna let me go. And you're not gonna look in the back of it. They'll peek as much as they can see, but this car won't open up. Unless you're gonna kill me. That's the only reason you're gonna open this car up. You're gonna pry a dead man from it. I can guarantee you that. You're not opening up this car. You're not. I don't know if you want to enter this. They won't let you out of here. So enter at your own risk. If we letting people out of there, I'm going out of there too. I can guarantee that. I'm going out of there. If I'm going out anywhere, I'm going out of there. No, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. Then they're going to hit me there because I'm getting back in there. I'm getting out of this. You're letting me out of here. You cannot hold me hostage.
The police are asking for your name.
Illegal detainments shall and will be friggin' fought. The Supreme Court said you cannot illegally detain somebody. You cannot illegally detain me. You cannot illegally detain me. I won't be giving my name. I haven't committed a crime. They won't be getting my name. I haven't committed no crime. So there will be none of that. There'll be none of that. There'll be none of that. I can guarantee you that. There'll be none of that. I can guarantee you that. There'll be none of it. There'll be none of it. Yep. Here they are. Come on. Come on. Come on. We got the whole thing on recording. The whole thing on recording. You will not hold me here. You will not hold me here. They are holding me illegally here and they cannot do it. You need to tell them they need to move and they need to let me out of here. No, I'm settled. I'm settled. They've been holding me here for 10 minutes. I got the whole thing on recording. They're not looking in my car because they don't have a warrant. They won't get in it. No, I'm staying right here. What's your name and badge number, please, sir?
Deputy
No, right there doesn't work. What'd you say?
Deputy Mason.
What's your badge number?
3419.
And what is his badge number over there? I need to know his. No, I need to know everybody's name and badge. I'm not giving my name. I didn't commit a crime. No, I didn't commit a crime. No, I didn't commit a crime, though. There was no crime. They're not letting me out of here. They're not letting me out of here. I need to be free to go.
We can let you out of here. I need to know who you are.
No, you're not. Because hey, this is not a stop and ID state. Michigan is not. I got my First Amendment to stay secure in my privacy. They don't want to let me out of here because they have some rule where you have to check the back, which is fine. That's a rule. That has nothing to do with me. I came in here to pick up a DoorDash. Picked it up right here in the passenger seat. You can see it. I never got out of the car. I sat in the car the whole time. Never got out of the car. The person handed it to me through the window. And then when I got here, he's like, well, we got to check the back of your car. No, sir, you're not checking my car. Okay. And I get that they have whatever they have going on here, but that's not happening. They're going to let me out of here. If they don't want me here, I won't come back here, but they're going to let me out of here. I didn't commit a crime. You're not getting my ID. Nor are you looking in my car. That won't happen. Negative.
Do you see the DoorDash order?
Huh? No, you can see from right there. See, that's the DoorDash order. Can you see the DoorDash order on my phone? No, because I'm recording. So they know I have a DoorDash order. You can talk to Cameron, who brought it to me. Cameron, who works here, not that fat motherfucker, but Cameron back there who works there. He brought the DoorDash order. You're not getting my name. Sir, you're a public servant. You're bound by your policy to give your name. Me, I'm a private citizen who didn't commit a crime. But you can then call me a human then. Just call me sir. Just call me sir. Sir works just fine. Because you don't need to know my name. Like, no, you're not getting my sir. Once again, why do y'all try this stuff? Like, but I hear you. I just told you what's going on. They want to look in the back of my car and they're not going to. And I want to leave. I would like to be allowed to go. That's where I need to be allowed to go. There's nobody looking in my car.
Answer me this.
No, I'm not answering anything. I'm not answering questions because I don't answer anymore. I'm gonna remain silent until you guys let me go. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm not answering all these questions. I didn't do anything wrong. He won't let me out. He thinks you guys are gonna make me let you look in here. That's what they think by calling y'all. So they try to get in a response and they got it. Lucas. Right, Lucas? You said you're going to get a response, right? You're going to get a response, right, Lucas? Once you go and do what? Once you go and do what? Once you go and do what?
Him and I are talking.
No, you got. You know what?
You have your ID with you?
No, I don't. I'm not giving it. I didn't commit a crime. They want me gone. I'm leaving. I'm trying to leave. He told me not to come back. I said I'm not coming back, but you're not going to get my ID. That's not how the law works. That's not how the trespass works.
You still at lot 47?
I'm not nowhere. I'm nowhere. I'm not answering questions to you. You can think whatever you want to think, and you can do whatever you want to do, but you're going to let me go. And they're not getting inside of this car. And they're gonna let me go, and I'm gonna sue him. Like, you charge Louis Vuitton because you called police for no reason, because you are holding me illegally for now almost going on 15, 20 minutes. Because 5 minutes before this started, you held me. So like I said, my lawyer gonna have a field day with this shit. So who's gonna let me go? Are you gonna let me go? Are you gonna let me go? Yeah, you don't see shit in there, do you? I told him you're gonna look from the front. I told you he was gonna look from out here, you fat stupid bitch. I told you what he was gonna do. Look, you can look from all there public, right, sir? Exactly, but you can't open it, right? Well, not without my consent, because I'd have to commit a crime. You'd have to have a warrant. You have to have a lot of circumstances for you to open my car. So they held me illegally, right? They are holding me illegally. Oh yeah, they're holding me illegally.
You know, businesses may have
Yep.
a deal where you enter their property.
But I'm not under that deal.
You're consenting to them doing what they need to do.
Yeah, but I don't mean I have to. But that don't mean I gotta let them search my shit though, because I'm not getting on a plane, and nor am I willing to do business with them. I'm not doing business with them. I would like to be gone. So you're gonna keep looking all in my car in the totes. I'm a delivery driver. I deliver all day. You look in the totes all you want. That's all you're gonna do is look in the damn totes. You won't open it. You won't open it. I tried to tell you, Lucas. I bet you guys got all hyped up today for nothing. You're going to see yourself on. You said, this guy right here, the little squirrely fuck right there said he wanted to see himself on Facebook. You're going to. Trust me. Trust me. You'll get to see yourself on the Facebook, Lucas. You will. You will. You'll be everywhere. When I'm done with this, you guys are going to be everywhere. The only people who are being professional is, unfortunately, these guys. And I usually don't like them, but they're doing their damn job properly. Because they're not coming here and beating the hell out of me like you thought they were going to do. Like, they should be beating the hell out of y'all because y'all are illegally detaining somebody. And the Supreme Court said we shall and can resist an illegal detainment. So technically, I could have ran through the blockade. And anything that went a result of it would have been on them because they're illegally detaining me, says the Supreme Court. I know my laws. And I know you know what I'm talking about. They can't illegally detain somebody. That's like if I was to just grab you out of nowhere and say, you're not going nowhere, you can beat the hell out of me. Cop or not. So can I leave now?
Soon, yes.
No, I need to leave. I need to leave. I need to leave. I need to leave.
He's gonna tell you.
I need to leave. No, I don't care what he's got to say because that's not my name and I need to leave. That's what I need to do. I'm going back in my car. I'm not listening to nothing you got to say, you fat bitch. I don't give a damn what you got to say. La 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 la. Bling blah bloom. Don't nobody give a shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. Let me out of here. Now am I free to go? 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 That's all I need to know. Am I free to go? Other than that, you get your fat ass out my face. There will be a lawsuit for your fat ass. Yeah! Yeah! We out of here, right? Free to go. Told you, fat bitch. Told you. Shut the fuck up. You gonna be on YouTube. I know you can't wait to see your motherfucking ass. Yeah! Walk of shame, bitches. Like I told you, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I told you, I'm leaving. You'll never hold me, hoes. Yeah!
This video is a textbook example of why you must know your rights. The man in this situation was illegally detained, but his firm understanding of the law kept him from being bullied into submission. Had he not known Michigan's laws regarding detainment and ID requirements, the situation could have ended very differently. The takeaway? Never let anyone's security guards, police, or anyone in power convince you to surrender your rights just because they demand it. Always ask, am I free to go? And most importantly, record everything. Because when push comes to shove, your camera is your best defense. Picture this. You're driving home, minding your own business, when suddenly, flashing red and blue lights appear in your rearview mirror. You pull over, thinking it's just a routine stop, until the officer demands your ID without giving you a clear reason. What do you do? In today's video, we follow a man who stands his ground against officers attempting to enforce laws selectively. But here's the real twist. These same cops were caught contradicting their own statements on camera just days later. how does it all unfold? Stay tuned to find out.
All right. So what were you involved with?
I was involved with nothing.
Okay. Because he obviously stopped you for a reason, right?
What's the reason you stopped me?
The reason why I stopped you because you were involved in a disturbance at Walmart.
There was a disturbance at Walmart?
Yes, sir.
What was the disturbance?
That there was an argument and all this other stuff, and your vehicle was seen leaving the area, and the security officer pointed you out.
I was waiting for you, but then they asked me to leave. So.
So did one of you guys hit the other one?
No. Whole interaction's on video.
Okay. Do you have your license on you?
Did I commit a crime?
We are investigating.
I'm suspected of committing.
Yes, sir.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Let's not do this.
No. I just want to know what crime.
So either what's going to happen here is you're going to identify yourself, like legally, because you have to.
No, but listen.
This is a legal traffic stop. You also have tinted windows, so provide your identification.
Well, you don't have to be a dick.
But I'm not doing this back and forth thing, right? So provide
But-
your identification right now, or we're just step out of the car and detain you. It's up to you.
But listen.
No, I'm not
No,
listening. It's up to you.
I'm gonna
Okay,
give you my
right
ID.
now.
I'm gonna give you my ID.
Okay, let's do it right now.
But it's under the threat of arrest, right?
Okay,
Just to be clear.
that's fine. That sergeant's right there if you would like to talk to him.
What sergeant is it?
Our
shift sergeant.
What's his name? His last name?
His name's Sergeant Kavita. That's his last name.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks.
So is disturbance, is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
Okay. So I'm not sure exactly what he is alleging.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But when I pulled up to the scene, everyone was pointing your vehicle out and said that you left. All right. So
Right. Because
of course,
It
I'm
reached the
going to be
point-
curious and be like, okay, did he punch this guy in the face and now he's leaving?
No.
I don't know that. I wasn't there, man. I really wasn't.
Right.
So until we investigate the whole thing, you know, that's why I stopped you. That's it.
But someone tell you I hit somebody?
Again.
No, you just asked, you said, did someone hit someone?
Right. Maybe that's some
Was that
information
claim
that
made? That's why I'm asking that.
Maybe that's some information that my partner has that I.
Well, it's
I
all on
don't.
video, so.
All right. Okay. Well, if it's all on video, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Do you mind showing us?
I can. I don't want to stop recording yet, but yeah, I can.
Okay. Well, that's going to help you out because if it's all on video.
If there's a claim
and he
that
just saying, you know.
If there's a claim that I hit somebody, yeah, I'll show you the video.
Cool. It'll be the fastest way for you to leave. What's the other party alleging?
So right now you're going to be trespassed from Walmart at the very least. Do you know what that means, sir?
I'm not on their property.
Okay. You don't have to be on their property to be trespassed from it. So what's going to happen is we're going to give you a trespass notice, and you will never be able to go back there.
All right.
And if you're found back on the property, you will go to jail. No ifs, ands, or buts, okay?
If it's a legal trespass. Right.
They can trespass you for anything.
Right, but you have to be on the property.
Sir, you were on property.
I'm not on the property now.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Okay.
I guarantee I know a lot better than you do.
Okay. Like,
How long have you been a cop?
It sounds. You're right.
You already got that cocky ego.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
You
Sir.
do.
All right.
What's your name? What's your name, badge number?
Officer Walker. We don't have badge numbers.
What's your ID number? You have ID
OC
numbers.
1342.
1342.
Yes, sir.
How long you been a cop?
I don't have to answer that.
Right.
Right now, you're just going to be trespassed from the property.
Well, that's not a legal trespass.
Okay, that's fine. You can fight that in court if you want, so that's no problem.
And if you want to go back on property after we provide you this trespass, that's at your own risk.
Hey, has Walker been a dick the whole time since he started here, or no?
From Walmart, all right? Like I explained, if you're caught back on the property, you will go to jail.
Hey, just
All
to
right?
be clear, you demanded ID based on the suspicion of the crime of disturbance, right? Is that a misdemeanor or a felony? What would you arrested me for?
Here's your license back.
No, I'm asking.
Sir,
Since
here's your
it's
license
for
back and
what's your
trespass
name and
back.
ID number? What's your
My name is Officer King.
Officer King?
Yes. Here.
What's your ID number? What's your ID number?
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
So you think you can ID somebody? I'm free to go, right? I'm free to go, right? Yeah. Okay. Hey, so you think you can ID somebody for the crime of disturbance? Is that what you think? Is that what you think? You're running away now? Running away now?
When?
You remember talking to me? Maybe it wasn't you. So, what that I was trying to trespass somebody from my house, and when the cop got there, they said I couldn't trespass him anymore because he had walked down the street.
Got you. Okay.
And I had an issue with that. I was like, well, he was here. Why? How come I can't trespass him now? He said he wasn't there anymore. Yeah, maybe it wasn't you.
Yeah, I mean, that's normally how it works. The person has to be, there in order for us to trespass them.
So if they're not there anymore when you get there,
Like,
they
there,
can't.
like, at all.
So he was right then.
Yeah. No, that's just normally how it works.
Man,
Can I help you?
yeah.
I'm not answering your question.
You're not answering my questions? How come?
I don't want to, and I don't have to, so I'm not going to. I'm going to drive off. I
You're
don't have time. I really don't.
Am I being a jerk to you? I'm being
I didn't say
cool
you
with you.
were. I just don't want to talk to you, and I don't have to.
And did I approach you with a bad attitude?
I didn't say you did.
Did I come up to you friendly? I did, right?
All right, look, I'm not talking to you. All right,
Why would you not talk to me?
because I don't have to. I do not have to speak.
I'm not bothering nobody.
Or you're going to get arrested.
How you gonna arrest me? What crime?
Disorderly conduct.
I didn't do nothing.
You're over here.
I didn't do nothing.
You're arguing with
I'm allowed to talk.
Okay, go over
I'm allowed
there.
to talk.
Go over there and
I don't
talk.
gotta go nowhere.
Yeah, you do.
I didn't commit no crime.
What did he say to you?
Fuck out of here, pussy. You ain't gonna arrest me, I dare you. We're gonna have a lawsuit, bro. We're gonna have a lawsuit, just know it.
Alright.
You're not gonna arrest me, stay back.
I'm not arresting you.
I
just
know
asked
you're
you
not.
to stay away from him.
I can go wherever I want.
Sure
I didn't commit no crime. I didn't commit no crime. What's your name and badge number?
Stiglitz, S2.
S2?
Ma'am, are you with him?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it, bro.
He's trying to argue with the driver.
I didn't argue with
just want him to
nobody,
stay
bro.
back, that's all.
Mind your business. You's a bitch. You's a bitch. Fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck.
This video serves as a powerful reminder of why knowing your rights is essential. The officers in this situation clearly demonstrated selective enforcement of the law, proving that without a firm understanding of our constitutional protections, we risk being manipulated or unlawfully detained. The lesson? Always remain calm, assert your rights, and never provide identification unless legally required. Most importantly, record everything, because when it comes to interactions with law enforcement, the camera is the greatest equalizer.
I don't know why I could just walk around the library peacefully.
No,
You're making
cannot.
a scene.
You cannot record. This is a public building. We have policies
You
here.
just-
You
I understand
cannot
that.
record people without our permission. You can record the building. You cannot record my staff or other patrons in
I
the
sure
library.
can.
And I am not giving. No, you cannot.
I sure can, ma'am.
Public libraries are supposed to be centers of knowledge and freedom places where ideas flow unrestricted. But what happens when a library, a government-funded institution, tries to enforce policies that directly violate constitutional rights? In today's video, a First Amendment auditor walks into a public library, camera rolling, only to be met with resistance. The staff demands his name, refuses him access, and calls the police to enforce a policy that seems to contradict the very essence of public space. Will the officers uphold their oath to the Constitution, or will they side with a policy that has no legal standing? Stay tuned as this auditor puts both library officials and law enforcement to the ultimate test.
Actually, your name, please. Are you recording?
I am recording, ma'am.
I don't believe you can have recording at the library. Are you already signed in, young lady? Okay. What's
So
your name?
I have to give my
Okay.
I have to give my name to enter a library.
Yes, everyone has to sign in here because we have a number of people that are allowed in each department of the library.
Okay, well, you could put good citizen.
Okay, you don't want to give your name?
No, ma'am,
Okay,
I do not.
so if you don't want to give your name to enter, you cannot enter. Everyone
Where-
checks in with their name.
Well, I'm telling you, you can put good citizen down.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you our policy. Can you, if you want to take a moment, can you step aside so I can help this young lady behind you,
I'll
please?
step over here, sure.
You can step this way, sir.
Yeah, you can step that way.
Yes, you can
Sir?
step this way.
Excuse me?
Would you mind stepping that way while we help this person?
He's also recording and he doesn't want to give his
Huh?
name to enter.
What's your name?
What's your name?
I asked you.
sorry.
What's your name?
What do you need my name for?
I don't know who you are. You're just a random guy coming up
Right,
to
but
me.
you need to check in. You want to check in?
I told her. So you could use good citizen as my name. I'm not going to get. Why do I have to give my name to enter a library?
All right. Well, you can talk to the director. I'm not going to do this.
Fantastic. Okay, great.
We're just asking her name to check in under, these are our procedures right now.
I understand that, ma'am, and I just don't want to give my name.
Okay,
I
then
don't see
you're
it.
welcome to not use the library, but that's what we're
Okay.
asking.
This is a public library?
It is a public library, and right now
So
these are the board of
I can use a public library because I'm a member of the public. I pay
Yes.
taxes.
And right now, under the conditions that we're living under right now, we're asking for everybody's name simply so that we can keep track of occupancy levels in the building to keep everybody.
Well, what was your name? I'm
Liz
sorry.
Burns.
Liz Burns.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just if you could explain to me, how does my name
So that we can-
assist you into?
So that we can identify you. We have a 2-hour maximum visit time right now.
Okay.
So that we just can keep track of who's in the building, so that when your time is up, we can come over to you and ask
Okay.
you to kindly leave.
Okay. Well, so I gave my name. You can call me Good Citizen, and you can refer to me as that. Are you going to check my ID as well, or?
No, sir, we're not checking your ID, and we're not trying to do this to be difficult. We're just trying to keep everybody
Me either.
safe.
I understand. I just don't see how my name
What are
keeps
you
everybody
looking to do
safe.
here in the library? What department are you looking to go into?
I'm just looking to go into the public library. That's all, ma'am.
Okay, do you have a library card with us?
I'm not going to answer any questions. I just want to go into the public library. You think it's funny? Okay.
Weird situation.
Okay. It's weird to you.
No,
To you.
Hold on. It's just a protocol. It's just a protocol.
I understand. But this is you can't bar people from a public
Mr.
library,
Citizen,
ma'am.
please give Tony your name. If your name is Good Citizen, then we will call you
I
Mr.
gave it to her
Citizen.
already.
That's fine, then we will take your name
I just
as
didn't
Mr.
ask you
Citizen.
the full information.
Thank you. So what other information do you need from me?
What part of the library you were going to go into today, so we can keep track of occupancy?
I'm going to go to all parts of the library here.
Okay, well,
all
which
parts
part
of
are you
them.
going to go to first? This is something we ask of everybody.
Where do you have videos? Where do you have not videos? Excuse me. Where do you have books on the Constitution?
That would be downstairs and non-fiction.
So that's where I'm going to go. That's where I'm going to go first. Okay. Thank you.
Nice to see you, Mr. Citizen.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it.
You have
Okay.
2 hours, just like
Thank-
everybody else. Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you.
Just
Thank
don't
you.
put that in my face.
I'm not putting it in your
Please,
face.
back up.
Yeah, no
I'm
one
not-
here is giving you
Back up.
permission to.
I'm not giving you permission to record me, so record that.
I am
We're not
recording.
giving you permission to videotape, okay?
I don't, ma'am, can I explain
I
it?
have a library policy that indicates if you'd like to videotape us, you have to ask us permission, okay,
Okay,
sir?
ma'am.
Can you please turn that off?
Ma'am, can we have a dialogue here and a
Can we
conversation?
step outside? Let's
Yeah,
go
let's
three,
go
step
outside.
outside, not step outside.
I'm not going to go
I
outside.
mean, we're just trying to.
I'm not going to go outside, sir. I'm not going to go outside. I don't know why I could just walk around the library peacefully.
No,
You're making a
cannot.
scene.
You cannot record. This is a public building. We have policies here.
I understand
You
that.
cannot record people without our permission. You can record the building. You cannot record my staff or other patrons. In
I
the
sure
library.
can.
And I am not giving. No, you cannot.
I sure can, ma'am.
No.
I'm sorry that you feel I can't, but I sure
Then
can.
I'm going to call the police.
So you can do whatever you need to do.
You want to step outside so we.
No, I'm good, man. I'm going to stay right here.
All right.
I'm going to stay right here. Thanks. Ma'am, you already called the police on me, so if you wanted to have a proper,
Ask why you're filming.
if you wanted to have a proper conversation with me, you shouldn't have called police on me.
Well, I'm sorry. You should have abided by.
I would have
regulations.
explained. Your regulations doesn't trump the U.S. Constitution, ma'am. And you're going to learn that today.
Sir, this is a.
I don't look. You have video cameras everywhere here, ma'am. So your
I
video.
do, and nobody looks at that videotape except me. Just like
If I
you need
wanted,
to ask
if I
me.
wanted to look at it, I could.
No, you could not. No,
This
you
is a
couldn't.
this is a public library.
Yes, and you.
So that means that's public record.
And
You need to keep your voice down,
Now
man.
you're causing a disturbance.
No, I'm not.
You're causing a disturbance.
You're causing a
You're
disturbance.
causing a disturbance.
Hi, how are you?
Well, can I ask why you haven't followed the library's requirements and what they're doing?
What do you mean?
They because of attestations and things like that with the COVID, they're trying to keep track of numbers.
I gave them a name to use.
You did give them a name,
Mhm,
okay?
correct.
Did they tell you about their recording policy that they asked you to leave without or to stop recording?
Okay. Well, I want to explain. What's your
Can
name
you
first?
just let me know, Officer Lubold. Can you let me know why you're here?
Okay. What's how do you
Officer
spell?
Lubold.
Lubold.
Correct.
Okay. Badge 260.
Correct.
Great. I'm here today because that policy does not trump our constitutional right to film in public and publicly accessible areas. So I would appreciate it if you honored your oath to the Constitution and allowed me to go back peacefully on my way,
Go back where?
and wherever I want. because this is
Is
America.
there a reason why you feel the need to film in here today?
Yes, there's a reason.
Okay, you want to explain that?
No, I don't want to explain it.
Why not?
Because it's protected by the First Amendment, I'll tell you that.
Okay, I'm asking if you would like to explain why you feel the need to be filming in the library.
I'm going to say I'm conducting a First Amendment protected activity, and that's all I'm going to say about it. What's your name, sir?
Officer Cummings.
Cummings?
Yes.
And your badge number? I can't see from down here.
It's number 270.
270. Okay, great.
I'm just going to review their policy.
Yeah, that's no problem. You can review it.
Are you here by yourself?
I'm not going to answer that. Thank you.
In terms of
He's supposed to ask permission to film, but he walked in and they both with his camera on. Our policy indicates that he.
Hey, sir, just to help you out, there's cameras everywhere in here.
Those are security cameras. They're
It's filming.
people have privacy violations, and here he has no right to videotape people in this building. He can be videotaping what they're looking at, he can be videotaping what they're reading. This is completely against, this is violating their privacy here.
How do you have privacy in public?
Is it public access
I can
building?
contact, if you want me to contact our attorney, I'd be happy.
Well, let's listen to the law enforcement officer.
Right now, you're in violation of our.
Let's listen to the law enforcement officer, ma'am. I don't know why you're getting upset.
To further have this conversation outside, just so let's get some clarity on it. For
Yeah,
all the people
I'm not gonna
who
go
are
outside
on
now.
There are other patrons that are inside
I
the
know.
library.
So let's
now,
keep our
but-
voices down.
Sir, did you come in here specifically to try to have some type of engagement?
Ma'am, I can't force grown adults to act in a way that is not becoming of them. I've been very professional.
No, I
I'm
see
very,
that,
you know,
but
I'm
I
trying
also-
to de-escalate the situation because she seems to not understand that I have a right to be here and I have a right to film. Whatever that paper that you have says is irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
We'll get down to the bottom.
Okay, great.
Okay. If you don't mind just standing up here with me, it'd be great to kind of, okay?
I'm gonna
While we figure out exactly the particulars.
I'm
I'm
gonna.
a lawful law enforcement officer.
I understand
I'm
that.
asking you to just stay here for me.
And
okay,
I
while we
understand.
Figure out exactly what's going on.
I understand that, ma'am. I understand you're a lawful officer, but am I being detained?
Right now, we're trying to figure out exactly
So
the policy.
I'm gonna. So since I'm not being detained, I'm going to politely refuse your request to stay with you, ma'am.
I'm telling you that you're not being detained for any reason other than we need to figure out the policy. We need to figure out the exact law.
So am I
with
being
you on
detained?
the Constitution.
I hope so. You took an oath to it, ma'am.
I know, I did.
Okay.
I did.
I hope so.
Okay, so just let us get through this and be
I-
this gentleman that you're being, and just hang tight with me until we figure this out. We have a sergeant coming.
Good.
Okay.
Good. Maybe he can clarify things. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Sergeant Jones.
Sergeant Jones.
Yep. Shield 255.
255. Thank you, Sergeant. And your name, sir?
Officer Castle, Association is correct.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, if you try to keep other patrons off the camera, they haven't done a lot to do. Just if you could try.
I understand.
They have the right not to be filmed, especially when they're under
They-
the assumption in the library that no filming will go on without direct permission and consent from the library. So you can keep it on us.
Unfortunately, officer, they have no expectation of privacy in a public setting. This is a public building.
Do you know what the library's policy is on?
I do not know the library's policy, but what I will say, Sergeant, is that I know what rights are granted to me by the First Amendment, and I'm performing a First Amendment protected activity here today. I'm not. Policy.
Do you want to read the policy?
No, because it's no. Honestly, because it's irrelevant. Because policy does not trump the Constitution of the United States. Anybody can write a policy, but that's not going to beat out our rights. It doesn't override the rights given to us by the United States Constitution.
And so what assumptive right do you think you have to be in the library that has an explicit
First
right?
Amendment. I don't know if you're First Amendment.
I hear that, but elaborate on why this building you feel like is...
Because it's public. It's accessible to the public, and that's it. I mean, it's a public building, so I have the right to film a public building. Just like, look, this gentleman right here, he has a complete right to film me and take pictures and do whatever he wants. I'm in public. If I go to your home, it's different because that's your private
Well,
residence.
they do policies, so we're just gonna look through their policies and.
Okay. Well, just policy. Like I said before, I didn't even speak to you. I didn't even speak to you, sir. I didn't speak to you. You too, sir.
And then I know she was filming it, and that's where I can't have my own patrons here in the library, and none of my staff has given their permission to do.
So, Mr. American Citizen, this is their
Good
policy.
citizen.
Mr. American Good Citizen?
Good citizen.
Good citizen.
There you go.
This is their policy? Okay.
I can see it.
Do you want to take a look at it?
No, thank you.
Okay. So you are going against the library's policy?
And again, Sergeant, I would just make clear to you, just so you understand, maybe you can get a lieutenant or something, just to make sure, because I know what I'm talking about, and I know that policy does not.
Do you have it in writing? Or print it out?
Do you have a copy of the Constitution here, ma'am?
I'm sure I can get you one.
Okay, so you can hand that to the sergeant, and she can look it over. And you took an oath. You took an oath to the Constitution, ma'am.
Do you know what section it is in?
It's the First Amendment of the Bill of Rights.
So let's print it out, let's read it. And
That's fine. I mean, you can read it whatever you want.
entitled to have their own policies and procedures.
I'm sure they can have their own policies and procedures. Yes, I'm sure they are. But I'm not. They can't trump a United States Constitution. Okay. It's not bigger than the Constitution. The Constitution gives me the right to be here and film.
Okay. I just go through it. Otherwise, he's I'll let it run out. He won't leave you. Ask him? Yeah. Okay. Just let him how's your name?
All right. And what do I do if patrons complain about the video? They don't want
You inform them that they're in a public space.
I'm not speaking to you.
I'm speaking to you, ma'am. I don't know why everybody has to be so nasty around here.
Because unfortunately, you're coming here attempting to kind of provoke. I understand what you think you might be doing, but
Okay, so let me explain it to you.
They do have policy.
Okay.
Please
No, I'm gonna
elaborate.
explain it to you. So if you don't, our rights are like a muscle, right?
I understand.
So if you don't flex it and you don't work it out, it's gonna get weak, right?
What is?
So I have the right to be here and film.
So you came here intentionally to just try to
I came
go
here to
against
exit.
a known policy of the library.
I could care less, ma'am, what the policy is here. I didn't even read it. But what I'm telling you is I'm here to exercise my First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas. That's all I can say.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right.
You have a great day. Thank you.
Bye.
This encounter is yet another reminder that policies do not override the Constitution. Time and time again, government employees from librarians to law enforcement attempt to impose rules that strip individuals of their fundamental rights. But as we've seen today, knowing the law is the best defense against unlawful authority. The First Amendment protects the right to record in public spaces, and no internal policy can take that away. So, the next time you're told, you can't film here, ask yourself, is this the law or just a rule meant to discourage transparency? Always stand your ground, flex your rights, and most importantly, always record the police.
Why is it so hard to honor the oath you swore to protect? Freedom of the press, publicly accessible areas. We're working on a story.
It's okay. I'm just gonna go to the public easement because there's no sidewalk. I can stand there all day, correct?
Yeah, you can. Absolutely.
Officer Fasola.
Military installations are often associated with security and discipline, but what happens when those in charge misunderstand the very Constitution they swore to uphold? In today's video, a group of independent journalists exercises their First Amendment right to record in public, only to be met with hostility from National Guard personnel and local law enforcement. What starts as a simple filming session quickly escalates into a heated confrontation as officers attempt to enforce trespassing laws that seemingly contradict the public status of the property. Will the journalists be forced to leave under threat of arrest, or will they stand their ground and expose the ignorance of those meant to protect our rights? Stay tuned to witness this battle for constitutional freedom.
I think here's the hottest is getting his fat butt right back in the shade. This is the one that has been out there. Oh, that was quick, wasn't it? Wow.
Hi, how are you? We don't answer questions. We're just taking video of the facility.
This is a secure facility, so
The inside. The sign is right here where it says restricted area. That means past that secure point. This is a South Carolina National Guard Armory. That means that this is owned by the state. That means that this is public property. He even admitted that the lobby and this building is publicly accessible. Do not try to stand on my rights, ma'am. I'm a National Guardsman myself, so I know very well that this is public property. I have every reason to be here. I haven't broken the law. I haven't violated any provisions or South Carolina code or federal codes. You have no jurisdiction to ask for my ID, ask why I'm doing here, or tell me to leave. We're just here taking photographs and videos of this fine building and the people that happen to come out and talk to us. That's the only thing we're doing.
Okay.
Thank you.
What is your name?
Right here.
Is that what you would tell a judge?
What?
That your name is right here?
So we gonna call you.
What is your badge number?
What if we can't read? Do you know the what is it? The Disabled Persons Act?
Yeah.
Well, listen.
What is your badge number?
Those fine men that walked out of that building behind me called me here.
Okay.
Why?
Because you're videoing a secure facility.
Is that against the law to video?
To video?
We've already established and you agreed that the secureness of the building is inside of the building.
Yeah, but you do realize.
I mean, you can ask us questions, but I mean, we don't have to answer.
Let me give you an example. I haven't asked anybody for ID, so all of that is on video.
Well, they did.
Well, I didn't.
Okay. All right, that's good.
Let me give you an example. You go to the Savannah Riverside. You go within 5 miles of that place, you have a helicopter overhead.
Okay.
Okay?
They have that right.
They have that right. So they called me here.
For a constitutionally protected activity, which is ironic because they're military personnel that's supposed to protect the Constitution. So why are they trying to stop us from exercising our rights?
I mean, what?
Are we still in America? Do we still have freedom of the press?
What organization are y'all with? You don't mind me
We're
asking?
independent journalists. We don't have to work for an organization to
Okay, so
exercise
you're,
our rights.
What's it called?
Photojournalist.
What's the independent?
He just told you.
We're just independent. We have freedom of the press. Anyone can work in a story and.
Okay, y'all are being argumentative. I was called here. I was not.
Well, you're the one with the gun here. We have cameras. You know.
I have a camera too. I actually have two. There's one on my car too.
Good. That's we're just working on us. Calling you over here. You should be looking for a guy with a gun, not a guy with a camera.
And after we explained to you what we were doing, you should have just left.
I should have just left.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing anything wrong.
It's my job to figure out what's going on here.
What is it to figure out?
Because they called.
So by you asking me what am I doing, how can you figure out what I'm doing? Because
That question's irrelevant. Put that
my
on-
point
put
exactly.
that
We're not doing anything wrong, ma'am. We just want to take pictures.
Okay, they called me here to figure out what was going on.
They should.
But
They
that's
should
what I'm
know.
saying. I don't know why they would call you to figure out what's
We
going
told
on.
them. We told them the same thing we told
I'm
you.
doing my job because they called.
Okay.
I spoke with y'all. Now I'm going to speak with them.
Okay.
That's what I do at every call.
Okay.
Okay?
You can't do that while you're at work. You know that? We can request that.
I'm gonna FOIA your phone.
We can request that. We can request that.
Lieutenant Newman.
It's called a
Newman.
If you're so scared, you shouldn't be in the military, dude. All right? We don't need scary cat.
What I heard them saying was, I don't know, they're trying to figure out if we have permission to even be in this parking lot without official business inside the facility.
This is official business.
So that was his first question. And when I came out here, those two guys was talking about something about trespass notice and this isn't public property. That's when I walked back there. And then thirdly, that lady was gonna whoop all y'all ass. If y'all would have gonna whoop all y'all ass.
Why is he taking pictures of license plates? Really? Is he scared that somebody's gonna come over here and do something? Do you really, officer, let me tell you something. Do you really think we'll be stupid enough to come over here and do something wrong in our own personal vehicles? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. We came here in our own cars. We have nothing wrong. You know, they're making themselves look really bad.
You do realize this is body camera, right?
Okay, and I can FOIA that too.
Okay.
You can FOIA whatever you want.
This comes from my
Exactly.
supervisor.
I just have to tell you not to delete the footage. I'm
Oh,
talking on your phone. I don't care about the body camera.
So, I mean, this is not.
Okay,
We're not
listen
trying to create a
this. This comes
disturbance or
from my
anything.
supervisor. You have been asked to leave.
By who?
You have been asked to leave
By
by me.
who?
have
They're the
been-
maintainer of the property. They haven't asked us to leave.
They asked you to leave.
Okay, there's a difference between asking to leave and demanding to leave. Are they demanding that we leave?
Then we'll get them to demand you guys to leave, right?
But why?
So you're soliciting a trespass.
Once they ask you to leave, you have to leave.
Is he gonna
This
go
is
in there
not
to
public.
solicit?
This isn't
Are you
public?
going to solicit a trespass?
Are
'Cause
you
can't
telling me
do
that the South Carolina National Guard armory is not public?
It is not public. You
Really?
cannot go in
Oh my God! Really? Really?
I've been told.
By who?
By who?
By
It's
my supervisor.
Your
Ma'am.
supervisor's a dumb nit.
Okay.
Because that's
okay. Well,
absolutely wrong.
you have been asked to leave the property,
Well,
so you need to leave. You
I
can
guess
film
I'm
from
gonna
the
be
road.
going to jail in handcuffs because
Yeah.
I'm a National Guardsman. I have every right to be on this property. I protect and
Wow,
serve more than you ever
officer,
had.
officer. Since when is the National Guard? Since when is the National Guard a private place? Since when is the National Guard a private place?
Well, we doing.
Come on.
It's not private. It's public.
This is a
She
freaking.
just admitted that it belongs to the state. So
This is
how can it be
freaking.
private.
This is freaking a state property. Who funds the state? The citizens do.
I just want y'all to let her understand that she can't solicit a trespass.
That's what she's doing right now. She's soliciting a trespass.
And she can't do that.
She can't do that.
What she is doing is going to make contact with the caller of the call.
But she's soliciting it.
No, she's not.
But
Yes,
you
she
know
is.
what she's doing in there?
You said that you were going to do that.
She just went in there. Why
Exactly.
you yelling? You're upset.
No,
I like
I'm
people
not.
like
I mean,
you.
'cause-
I like people like you because you get upset and you hide behind your badge. But
not
why are
hiding
you so
behind
upset?
anything. I'm saying she's
Why you
going
so
to make
upset?
contact with the caller. That's
Why
what
you
she's
so
doing.
hostile?
I'm not.
Why you so
I'm
hostile?
having a great day.
All for. So.
I'm resting my arm.
Well, don't rest it on there. I feel threatened. Don't do that.
Come on. You guys are going to send guys with guns for guys with cameras. Come on.
You're pacing.
Come on. Really?
Is your ego hurt?
That's insane.
I believe it.
That's
You don't have
insane.
balls either. That's why you have a badge. and you're not-
So what, they.
Are you soliciting?
Until he tells me to leave because
He's already said that
he
he's
didn't
asked
tell
you
me.
to leave.
I can roll the footage back. I've got
Roll the
17
footage back.
minutes. I don't have to because I was standing right here.
He said it's a publicly. It's a
He
public
admitted
place,
that
ma'am.
it's a public-
You cannot go in that building. That building is not public.
Hold on.
It's publicly owned. You cannot go in that building. That building is not public.
Hold on.
It's publicly owned.
Hold on. Okay.
Oh my God! In what country? Are we still in America?
It's publicly owned. When they ask you to
Oh.
leave, this is a secure
So yeah,
facility.
So now it's
we
publicly
own it, but we can't go in it. Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Just like you can't go in our building without permission.
Yes, we can. Since when?
You can go in the lobby.
And that's what exactly. That's exactly where we're going.
Have you lost your
There
mind?
are
That
no
is a
gates.
lobby.
Look in the window.
You
There
don't
are
have
no
a gate in
gates.
your office either.
Yes,
You got
we do.
doors. You're
Yes,
not
we do.
outside.
Oh my God.
It's a secure
You're
door.
irrational. You said this is
Okay.
so. This is not a lobby. So
This
is
is
this
not
not a
a lobby.
corridor?
This is
Is
a
this
corridor.
not a corridor and a lobby and an auditorium is all the same thing?
We're going
Alright.
to send in
Yeah,
You're being
exactly.
argumentative.
They have-
This
they
is not.
have
This
to
is a
update their
secure
academy
facility.
rules.
Just
Yeah.
not
Okay.
Go
Check
on.
this out.
A
Check this
person
out. Okay.
is not
Okay.
allowed in this building.
Ma'am, lower your
You
voice.
have to leave. No, because you've been loud with me. Now it's my turn to talk.
I
This
don't
is
have
a
to listen to
secure
anything you say.
facility.
Hey, young lady.
Okay, well you have to
You have a
leave.
level of professionalism that you have to uphold.
Hey, stop.
Okay, well I was professional
No,
over there.
you stop.
How are you being professional if you're not honoring your oaths?
She said that we're not allowed to go inside. She said it
Freedom
12
of-
times.
freedom
we
of the
can't go in
press.
this building because it's private, as she said.
Freedom of the
that has-
press.
It's secured. It's
Okay.
not, it's secured.
Absolutely. Isn't the door locked? Can I just open the door and go in?
I can't just walk
If it was a
inside.
restricted,
So
it-
that means you can't go in.
That's
We're
because-
not-
So
this
we're
is
not
a
inside.
lobby.
We're
But we're not
outside.
inside. So
we're
where's the
already
argument
left if we're not inside.
No, you have to get off the
Oh,
property.
so now you're telling me that I have to get off of the entire
If
property.
you would listen to me the first time, I told you the property is at the road.
Why is it so hard to honor the oath you swore to protect? Freedom of the press, publicly accessible areas.
This is
We're
not-
working on a
Okay,
story.
It's okay. I'm just gonna go to the public
Absolutely.
easement
This
because
is-
there's no sidewalk.
there's
I can
also
stand there
more.
all day, correct?
Yeah, you
Officer,
can. Absolutely.
Officer Fasolo.
So
and
you might want to
Officer
inform them that when they see us on
Y'all
the
gotta
edge of the
listen to
road
this.
on
Yeah.
what they call their property, that we have every right to be
That's
so.
right.
Just like I have
So,
every right to be here,
I have a
and you're
question.
telling me to leave unlawfully.
I just have a. Is this
Okay.
private property or is this building just secure?
This building and property is secure.
Oh, now
But
it's
is
the
it
building and
private?
the property.
No, I'm just asking, is it private? I don't know. I get this
This
security.
is
This
a-
is locked.
alright.
I understand that.
You do know they're lying, and he's a National Guard person too, right? He knows the fucking rules.
He like.
Obviously he does.
Yes, he
not.
does.
Obviously he does
Is
not.
this-
If they
Oh
go
my
look at the
God.
property manual, they would know it
Is this-
too. But
is this
apparently the
property
security
private? That's what I'm
officer is
asking.
not here today. So that's what the problem is.
Okay, well,
None of these
I get
men
this
have the
secure, like, I
authority
get that
to
it's
say
locked, but is
anything.
it like,
That's
is
the
this
security
private?
officer's
That's
job.
all I
That's
want.
not
They want
them.
you off their property.
Yeah,
It's not their property.
listen to
That's
that
not
point.
They asked you to
understand.
leave.
They
They
asked
are
you to
in
leave the
control of
property.
the property.
Okay, well I tell you
They
what,
are in
I'm
control
going to
of
show
the
you my ID, and I'm a National Guardsman, and I'm not leaving the property because I have every right to do so.
You're not in uniform, so no.
Oh
So now
my
you have to
God!
be in uniform?
Neither was that guy that just went in there.
Authority
They're
to
not in
tell you to
uniform.
leave, but I'm not in uniform.
Can you believe that?
You don't have the authority to leave, so why are you telling me
They
to
can-
leave?
That's all they
Dude,
have.
they-
asked y'all to leave.
They can ask, but we don't have. It's a personal request.
Then you are trespassing.
We'll leave if you're giving us lawful orders. Are you giving us lawful orders?
They want you trespass on this property, so now
So if you
y'all
do
gotta
not
go.
leave,
We're going to jail for
you're
trespassing.
in jail. Yes,
For
you are.
trespassing.
All right,
Yes, you are.
all right. So let's go.
So this.
Let's
They
go.
have asked you to leave.
I get this is
This
secure.
is a secure
We're talking in
building
circles.
in
I get
property.
it secure. Is this property private? That's all I want to know.
This-
But why
this
does the
is-
sign-
This property is owned by the federal government.
Who the federal government get their tax money from? Now
And
you
this
stuck.
property is
Now you
owned by the
stuck.
federal government.
So the federal government buys things with our money that we can't.
This is not owned by the federal government. This is owned
Yeah,
by
yeah, we're gonna leave.
Okay, so
We're
that's why we go.
we're gonna leave. But this is messed up, officer.
Not the federal
Okay,
government. South
and
Carolina.
that's beside the point. They want you to
Well, they're
leave,
fucking
so
wrong.
we're gonna go.
All right.
And if you go around back and look at the fence, it clearly says restricted area beyond this point, which means anything that is secure that I can't freaking walk into is secure. So that means I can't go into
They
the
asked
building.
you to leave the property. You need to leave the property.
We're gonna file complaints on all of you and on them because you're not honoring your oath. They're not honoring their oath. Scumbags, all of them. That's why it takes 2 years. That's why it takes 2 years to become a barber and 6 months to become a police officer because you guys don't know shit. We're leaving. Let's go.
All right, they just want you off the property.
So I'm gonna be arrested because I'm not gonna be arrested. If I don't leave, I'm gonna be arrested.
If y'all do not leave,
No, no, no. My question is, I'm military personnel. If I don't leave this property, and I can show you that I'm military personnel, you're telling me I'm gonna be arrested for trespassing?
they have asked y'all to leave. They do not want you on their property.
I need to know someone's name in there.
Oh yes, sir.
I got that earlier.
That's a lawsuit, bro.
I'm phone out the car.
That's a lawsuit.
All we're doing is asking.
No.
He has a contract with the government to be here.
If anyone leaves this property, I'm off.
All I know
They
is what
told you to
they
leave.
want you off the
They
property.
asked you to leave until we got it.
Whoever the attorney is in the building, call him because we're getting outside here. Call him because we're getting
I
outside.
don't even want their attorney. I want the Georgetown County attorney because all of y'all, look, you two are wrong.
Why? Because I'm asking you to
No,
leave the property
it's
because that's what they
unlawful.
want you to
It's
do.
unlawful
Because they
because,
don't like us,
first
that's
of all,
unlawful.
That's
It has nothing to do with who you are.
she said that this is federal property, which is state property. Then she
That's
said
besides
that.
the point.
How is it besides the point if it's federal property is publicly
Besides the
funded?
I need to get him checked.
Okay,
It's
that's
publicly
great.
So I
funded.
can see.
They want y'all off the property. It
But for
doesn't
what
matter if-
reason?
They want you off the property. I don't.
It doesn't
It doesn't
matter.
matter. They want you off
But
the
they
property.
don't own this property.
They are in control of this
But they
building.
don't own it.
They're not
They are
in control of
this
it.
building.
The security
They're-
officer is. You
they're
need to
in
go
control
speak to
of
the
the
security
Sir,
officer.
They're in control of
Here's
this
the deal.
building.
They just want you off the
Can
property.
y'all call y'all supervisor?
Already
We
did.
already did. Okay, I'm
No,
waiting.
no,
That's
no,
all
no,
we
no.
said.
Okay, I'm waiting for the
I'm going to
supervisor.
request for the supervisor to come to the scene.
Okay, he's already on the way.
Okay.
Okay.
I would like to remain on scene until he get here, please.
And then will y'all leave the property?
After I
If
talk to
he,
him.
if he says.
Yeah, I mean, we have the right to speak to a supervisor, right?
Yeah.
I just want to talk to the
Absolutely.
supervisor.
You have so many rights.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Just
But
like
y'all
I have a
trying to
right
walk
to
over-
record in public.
So
free
recording in
of
public
access.
is our First Amendment right.
You have the right to record.
It's like telling me I can't speak here, I can't
We
pray.
never said that one bit.
You can pray.
It's all a constitutionally First Amendment
You can
protected
do whatever
activity.
you want. They do. They just want you off the property.
Because they don't like
have
us
no-
filming.
But they have no right.
That's a personal
It's
request.
nothing
Yes, they do.
personal about y'all. It's not.
Ma'am,
They
are
just
you
want you off the
military?
property.
I'm
Why?
not.
Are you
For what?
military?
No, sir.
Okay. I'm military.
It does not
I'm
matter.
telling you.
It does
If,
not
if
matter.
you speak to the security officer, what's the sergeant's name that was out here first?
I forgot.
The sergeant that was here first said that the security officer is not here. That's who he said that he was waiting to talk
Okay.
to because he
So
met
the
I don't
the
care about the chain
security
gang in this
officer is
building.
not
I know the person who's in charge of this property right now
That's the
wants
security
y'all off.
officer.
No, whoever's
There's
in
no
charge
one
of
in
this.
charge of the building right now because they're
Whoever's
not
in-
the security officer. That's not their job.
For the supervisor.
It's ridiculous.
It's simple. We do it for the supervisor.
This is very sad because we're citizen journalists. We're working on a
That's
story.
like another police officer saying
We're working
that
on a story.
We're arguing with their egos right now. That's all it is.
I don't have it.
They came out here to do a job and
You
they're
don't have
mad that we're not kissing their ass right now.
No.
And they're frustrated.
Y'all
It's
are
simple.
very
We see
upset
it
for
every
no
day.
reason.
We see it every day.
I understand it's hot and you have on all of this gear and stuff, but you guys are seriously, you're temperamental. Especially
No.
you.
Y'all were argumentative with me.
I wasn't
about
argumentative.
Well, ma'am,
I was
of course, ma'am, because they're kicking us out of here for no reason.
No reason.
You want us?
No reason.
You want us?
No reason.
You want us?
No reason.
You want us to just leave
Are you
because?
making fun of his accent?
No.
Are you making fun of his accent? No,
not.
I heard
I got
it.
it on camera.
I heard it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Are you racist?
Oh, you think it's
No,
funny?
I'm not racist. I'm
Okay,
white.
so why are you?
No, I'm not racist. I'm
Okay,
white.
so why are you
Make fun of
why
his
why
accent.
are you making fun of me?
I'm not
I'm
racist.
not
I'm
making
white.
fun of
Yes,
you.
you are.
I'm
He's
white.
white.
I'm not
racist,
white.
I'm white. What does that mean?
First you make fun of his accent, and then you say I'm not racist, I'm white.
Yeah, yep.
I'm white, he's white. I did not make fun of his accent.
And then you assume, and then you assume my race.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Then you say I'm white. I'm not white.
Well,
I guess
apologize.
next I'm Cambodian.
You are Caucasian. You have whitish skin.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you hear this? It's amazing, right? It is amazing.
ridiculousness.
We'll leave, but we want to speak to supervisor.
He's on the way.
You know?
I feel like this is dumb and dumber. I don't understand.
No, it's just dumb.
No, now they no. You know what's the crazy part? Now they expect you to come 1 week in a month, right?
Right.
That weekend he has to come here. He has to.
That has nothing to do with us.
Yes, it does.
Nothing to do with us.
It does because we're here exercising a constitutionally protected right that you guys swore to protect, and you're not doing it. You're not doing it. And why?
You've just been asked to leave. You have your footage.
Ma'am, ask and demand to leave is a different thing. They can ask us anything, but we don't have to.
But that shows you asking gives us the rule to say no. Telling us to leave or
Asking is a request.
Asking is a
request
request.
can be denied.
Okay.
Asked you to leave.
Okay,
Once
but
they ask you to leave,
if I ask you
the
$5,
laws-
you have to give it to me? Do the law says you got to give me $5? If I ask you $5, do the law say you got to give it to me?
Okay, well,
No.
the
Now you don't want to talk about it. Now you don't want to talk about
Someone
it.
asks you to leave their property, you have to leave.
Swamp Fox Battalion here in Georgetown.
This is sad for the First Amendment because
This isn't their property. I don't get why you got your head wrapped around that term. It's not their property. I don't get that.
they've asked you to leave like they're the governor
That's
or
not
something.
your car.
Not even the
You
governor.
drive it. It's a difference. This isn't their property. They're employed
I'm not
here.
doing
It's
anything
a
different.
difference. But you can't say, oh, someone asked you to leave, you have to leave.
Here, right
No.
here. This
What-
guy.
what does it say?
This is the one that makes the decisions for this building.
Here's the supervisor.
Sergeant First Class Elliott.
Here's the supervisor. And if they learn from their supervision, he's going to be just as
This is so sad.
they were
This is
trained
so
by-
sad.
He's going to be just dignified.
What do you think?
I won't be asking.
What do you think? Violation of First Amendment? What do you think, Jeff?
Bullshit. This is where I rest my hand. That's what I think.
Well, I'm gonna need for you to not do it. That's a threatening gesture to me.
I can sit here like this.
I said to me, you don't dictate what's
Hey,
threatening for me.
we have cameras of mass destruction. I know, but we're not doing anything bad. That's the thing. Why is there police here?
We're not saying you did anything
They called
bad.
us because
they asked you to
they
leave,
wanted y'all off the property.
and they want you off the property.
But is that fair to us as citizens?
You have your footage.
That's not the question, though. Is that fair? Are you guys doing the right thing by telling us to leave?
We're doing
That's
the right thing because
you guys are police officers. You guys are police officers. You're supposed to protect the Constitution. So are they. So are they.
So, with that being said, I'm glad you said that. Why are they telling us that we have to leave because it's private? It's private.
Here's what I'm being told.
Because we can't photograph private property.
Yes,
sir, I'm sorry.
Here's what I'm being told. You are allowed to take photos from a public thoroughfare. Okay? This is, from what I'm being told, is private property. The representative of the property has asked you to leave. So
How is it private?
I'm asking you to take your pictures from the public thoroughfare out there next to the road. As long as you're not.
Why are you guys behind me?
I can't do anything. All right, so I'm asking you guys to go out to the road, do what you need to do, and the owner is the state of South Carolina.
Oh,
It's
so
my
that means-
understanding, South Carolina has control.
So that means that it's public.
So I'm not going to stand here and dispute this.
That's fine.
I'm not
That's fine.
I just wanted clarity.
That's fine. But just so you know, we have a very huge audience, okay? We're not just some random guys with cameras. A lot of people are going to see this, and you guys are going to be very sad tomorrow about not making the right decision.
This one, tyrant. This one, tyrant egomaniac.
Tyrant. He's a tyrant. Let me ask you one last question.
association.
How many bad cops have you arrested?
You're really upset, aren't you? I can see it in your face. You're so upset your eyes change colors, man.
How many bad cops have you arrested, officer?
None, because she's one.
How many bad cops have you arrested?
None, because she's standing beside one.
I'm a bad cop.
Come on.
Because you know me, right?
No, I'm asking you a question.
Yeah, I know you from the time I've been here. You haven't upheld your oath. You haven't been lawful.
We're going by what we know about you right now. We know that you're violating our First Amendment right, and we have all the right to be upset. We're gonna leave because we don't want to go to jail, but that's a violation of our First Amendment. That's a violation of our First.
Hand out on taser. Hand out on taser. But you still decide to do it, even after I said that's a threatening gesture.
Here's what we're going to do, okay?
What?
We're going to get our pictures from the road, make this day a lot easier, and just leave. All it took was a rational cop.
We've already established that I'm not leaving. I have military.
Are we gonna be
credentials
followed
that
after
say
we
I'm
get out of
supposed
here?
to be
Are we gonna be
Are you
followed?
assigned to this unit?
Isn't this
Are you active duty?
Let's see.
Let me see your ID.
National Guard.
Are you active duty?
Not on deployment, which means that I wouldn't be active duty.
Isn't National Guard everybody is
Sir,
part-time?
Are you in the military?
Well, I think that's what I just said.
All right, then I'm asking your ID.
No, you can't.
I'm asking you to go out to the public thoroughfare.
All right.
Otherwise, we're going to be placing people under arrest for trespassing, and we'll deal with it in court.
No problem. We're leaving. No, we're leaving. But if we were doing something wrong, we wouldn't have parked here. Are we going to be followed, sir, after we leave from here?
No, I'm not going to follow you. You guys are free to go and do what you need to do.
That you need to realize is they said that whether it's federal government or the state government,
It's a military installation. I'm asking you guys to leave.
All right.
Okay?
it's owned by
Sheriff's
us.
Office of Georgetown County.
I think you guys. Federal money.
Remember, we pay your salary. You work for us. We don't work for you.
I'm also self-employed because I pay taxes. Also.
Yeah, so you pay your taxes with my taxes. No, beautiful. Beautiful. You pay taxes with my tax money. Beautiful.
What we witnessed today was a dangerous blend of ignorance and authority. Despite being confronted with clear constitutional rights, both military personnel and law enforcement officers prioritized ego and power over law and logic. This situation highlights a disturbing reality. Many of those entrusted to enforce the law do not even understand it. Whether due to poor training or a lack of accountability, the fact remains that your rights are only as strong as your willingness to defend them. Always remember, public property is for the public, and policies do not override constitutional freedoms. So, the next time someone in uniform tells you that you can't record here, ask yourself, is it the law or just another attempt to control the narrative? Stand firm, know your rights, and as always, record the police.